Hello, everyone. I want to start this with a question. Is Ethereum doing well? Not according to this cartoon, mostly circulated in 2018. It happened to be the year that marked biggest progress of Ethereum. But it was doing well, though, in the previous year, 2017. And a lot of people won a lot of money. I hope you all did very well. But is Ethereum doing good, though? I mean, what is the purpose of Ethereum? Is that a good purpose? I was scrutinized over this question by an old friend, an old wise master. He looked like this guy. He's a Linux kernel developer, and he's a billionaire, and he's an observer of Ethereum. And he devoted none of his time, none of his money into Ethereum. And he says, you need to provide benefits to the individual, and you need to provide function to the society. Only that this public infrastructure can be considered good. Now I said, you are not being imaginative. Think this is the internet again. This is the web being created again. You had Web 2, this is like Web 3. Like everything's new, you can open your imagination. And he says, if it's Web 3, it must be better than Web 2. And how is it better than Web 2? So we know about Web 2. It allows us to connect. It allows us to connect to people you never met before. It also brought convenience. You can buy an ebook nowadays at home and read it in your Kindle without going out. Or you can do banking with your mobile phone without going to the banks. So if Web 3 is there, what additional benefit can it provide on top of this extremely convenience Web 2 already? Now, I happen to be able to answer this question. My name is Weiwu, and I was much embedded in the crypto space as well as banking space. I bought my first Bitcoin in 2011, and I worked as a blockchain architect in Commonwealth Bank, the largest bank in Australia, before I co-founded with my partners AlphaWallet, the Ethereum mobile wallet. So let me borrow from my experience, from my banking experience to show this. This is a banking app. You are seeing this credit card bill, and you're seeing $100. You might wonder, what did I buy with $100? Normally, it's not there. You would log into Amazon and cross-reference the order to find out what you bought. If you didn't like it, you can refund it and come back a few days later, check if the banking app has updated it. Why wouldn't we, for example, just click there and see what books I bought? Why wouldn't I be able to just refund from the bank or just read the book from there? Now, let's suppose you want to buy this $100 book, and you have 3 credit cards. You don't know which one has enough balance to cover it. Why don't I see all the balances all together? If one of them is doing cashback, why don't it get highlighted? These are all the convenience we would want from banking app, and it wouldn't be done. And as a bank architect, I can tell you exactly why it was not done. Because the bank system is not connected to Amazon. Because it's not connected to shopping carts. And not every bank wants to connect to Amazon. Not everyone who wants to connect to Amazon will be accepted by Amazon. So the convenience you want is not going to happen in Web 2. I once talked with a developer fella who is also working on Ethereum wallet, and he lamented that with all the transaction fee and backup fees, we can never match the experience of banking app. I said, that's not true. We can match the experience of banking app. We can do better. Imagine this being the Ethereum wallet. You will be able to do this, provide this convenience without signing a contract with Amazon. They just need to talk to the blockchain. The key thing is users have the token in their wallet, and that's enough. So you might say, certainly, this is a banking innovation. Can you show me some Web3 innovation? So here, let's walk out of bank and look at this futuristic car token. You would expect crypto token to have some basic features like transfer ownership, open the car, start the engine, locate the car, or lock the car. That's all provided. You can have that with Ethereum and with IoT. Normally, if you own a car, you would have a lot of accounts. You would account to buy the car. You need an account to buy the insurance. Need an account to renew government residual, or maybe have an account for services. In this Web3 token, we have all these services integrated here. You don't need to keep 5 accounts, only 1 token. But the reduction of a number of accounts is not the only thing here. Look at the status of a token. This guy, insurance is expiring, and here is a service that you are going to do soon. You are able to renew the insurance right here without leaving the app. This level of integration was not possible with Web2 because there is no tokenization. Now, our old man comes here again. Now, I see you provided convenience to the individual. What is the service you are providing to the society? For that, we need to look at the next token. This is a book token. Very simple concept. If you own the book token, you can read a book. Now, the first thing you might think is, if Amazon closes, I won't lose my book. That's right. But that's not the only thing. The society will change. The first change is flourishing of book markets. You can buy a book from anywhere and read it in Kindle, or maybe you can buy Amazon book and read it elsewhere without using Kindle, which means the e-reader market will be open. Kindle hasn't innovated for 7 years. Why wouldn't they need to do so? Now, with book token, they had to. Otherwise, we will have Samsung, Sony, or maybe Xiaomi producing different e-books for you to use your token. And then you will see retailers joining the game too. You will be able to check out the e-book in 7-Eleven, scan the QR code. Or maybe you are able to buy a Humble Bundle with games and book bundle together. Maybe you can buy a subscription service. You can buy a service called Thrilled for a year, which gives you all the thriller in a year. All this innovation and market activity is possible because we tokenize the book. Now, in both cases, we have tokenized something, and we have the integration, and we have the free market here. But they're really the same thing. Suppose you want to use the car token to open a new market. Suppose there is a share economy that allows your car to be rented and you get paid $100 a day. That functionality can be built on top of the car token. And the same way, if book wants to be integrated, make it an interactive book or a book different reading experience or integrate it with a movie together, these can be done with the book token too. So our old wise man again, we need to bring benefit to the individuals and serve a function to society. That's all good, but how do you get there? Now, we have Ethereum, and this excellent base layer for tokens. You can define tokens, the way it transfers, the way it updates its status. What we need here is upper layer on top of Ethereum smart contract to provide the interoperability, the limitless integration possibility, and marketization. That's the project we have been working on for the last year, Tokenscript. To give you a concept about it, imagine that we have in the early days of internet, TCP/IP is the technology that enabled internet, which allows HTML to enable the web with hyperlinks. Now we are at the stage where Ethereum enabled smart contracts. The missing link here is Tokenscript to provide smart tokens, tokens that can be integrated, can be used to marketize economy and work in different contexts. A lot of work is going on here on tokenscript.org in the design space, and some implementations are already there. We have implemented a standard example, which I will show very soon, and the design paper is on this GitHub page. So let me rewind what we have learned in the last 10 minutes. Smart tokens, we need that because it brings convenience to the user through integration. Think about the car token. We have smart tokens allow token to be used in different contexts by different users, creation of free market, and non-zero sum game, which is demonstrated with book token. And for that to work, we need to handle the challenges. Smart contract has richer functions to be integrated into different contexts, has its own user representation, has a security client-side sandbox to work, so that it can bridge the highly trustworthy blockchain with lowly trusted web. And it has to be able to provide abstracted data, the dictionary of the token, for token to be used in different contexts, indexed, and traded on the market.